Good morning, everybody. Good to see you guys. Mr. Leo Lusting in the house. What's up, buddy? Nerd Beast, All Set Miner, Sadie sometimes. Good to see you all. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me this morning. Happy Monday. Happy late Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. All right, let's see. What's up, Power Minds? Kids in school listening, as always. Not paying attention. You're going to get F's because of me. It's my fault. Tell your teacher. I'm sorry. Nerd Beast, what's up, buddy? Who else we got in here? Patrick Guyan, what's up, man? Good to see you this early. Holy hell. Steven Cicero, Mike the Miner. Who else? Chadwick's Racing, Cape Cod Crypto. What's up, buddy? All right, let's see how this market's looking today. Let me jump into this. Give me 1 second. There we go. And BTC 27,387. Not too bad. Still floating around the same spot. I mean, it's literally between here, 25K, I would say, and 30K in the past like 3 months. It went a little over and then it just came right back to this section. So, oh boy, I gotta free up storage. Apparently my C drive is full. All right, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. We're looking at Ethereum 1826, XRP 42 cents, Doge 7 cents still. Litecoin's up a bit, 86 bucks. Nice. It was 80 this weekend, so that's pretty good. Crypto bubbles, everything's green, looks nice. Pepe's down if anybody's into that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, everything's pretty much just, I don't know, I guess coming back a little bit, right? Can't be like all red all the time, so I get it. CFX is probably the biggest one that I see here. Not too bad. All right, top 10 coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, USD Coin, XRP, Cardano, Lido Staked Ether, Dogecoin, Solana still in 10th. And we have the Fear and Greed Index. I will not blind you all immediately. I'll just blind myself. We have 50. It's neutral, literally dead center on the Fear and Greed Index. So yeah, it's just, we're just whatever. Caveman Mining, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. All right, so this is the title of today's video. We'll just go through this and then we're going to check out Mr. Altcoin Daily's video, which was a little bit about some stuff that came out with Governor DeSantis over in Florida about CBDCs. And then I kind of want to watch Coin Bureau's video about some coins that possibly could explode. Obviously, I just thought it was interesting, so I want to see what it's all about. Let's see. Awoke to 275% solo. What are you solo mining, Sadie? 32 watching, 14 likes. Yes, it's okay. No big deal. I haven't earned it yet, Geek of All Trades. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, let's see what they say right here. So, Bitcoin addresses holding 1 BTC or more reached 1 million, says Glassnode. So, this is kind of a big deal, at least in my opinion. I guess I'll just read this a little bit and then we'll kind of get into it. So the number of Bitcoin wallet addresses holding 1 whole BTC or more has surpassed the 1 million mark. The 1 million whole coiner milestone was reached on May 13th, according to data from Glassnode. It says, as the price of Bitcoin fell over more than 65% over the course of last year, the number of wallet addresses holding 1 or more Bitcoin spiked, with the most notable surges occurring during the acute market crash in June and from November 11th, the date that FTX collapsed and subsequently filed for bankruptcy. In total, a whopping 190,000 or so whole coiners were added from early February 2022 as the price of Bitcoin fell from its November 2021 highs. Glassnode co-founder told his 54,000 Twitter followers that the best time to buy Bitcoin is when there's blood in the streets. I don't know if you guys ever heard that before. That's a pretty decent or legit saying. A lot of people say that. A lot of traders say that, actually. His comments came from his comments come in the wake of numerous major bank collapses in the United States, as well as the Fed looking to potentially pause interest rate hikes in the coming months. These are some of the reasons why Glassnode said that it remains confident that Bitcoin can reach the price of 35,000 in the midterm. Yeah, I don't see that being a hard target for Bitcoin to reach. I didn't mean to click on that, my bad. Anyways, so this whole if you own 1 Bitcoin, you're in like a crazy percentile of people that could ever own that amount of Bitcoin in the world, right? So there's 8 billion people or so, roughly, as of today in this world. 21 million Bitcoin ever to be made on the planet. There's probably 5 to 7 lost from the old days when people had it on hard drives, thought it was just whatever, useless, and lost it or forgot about it, right? So that only leaves, what, say, I don't know, just give a rough number, about 15, 16, 17 million maybe for everybody to own. So even if we divided the 21 million, I'm pretty positive it comes out to like I think it's 0.002625 or something like that for the amount of Bitcoin everybody on the planet could own a piece of, right? So if you have anything more than 0.002 Bitcoin, you're already in like a top percentile of Bitcoin holders. So it's kind of neat, right? Let's see. John Z Smith said, I own 0.0022 Bitcoin. LOL. Yeah, so let's do the math quick, right? If I bring up, let's see, and grab the calculator. I'm pretty sure it's 625. So if we do, I guess it would be, so it's 8 billion people, right? Millions, and that's billion. So billion divided by 21, and then we'll do million. That's million, right? Sorry, that's not the way I was supposed to do it. Damn it, how am I supposed to do it? It's 21 million divided by 8 billion. That's right. There we go. Yeah, so it's 0.002625. So that is this is the amount of Bitcoin that everybody in the world could physically own if all 21 million were available. So if you have anything over this number in your Bitcoin holdings, you're doing pretty well, at least in my opinion. So I don't know. I mean, obviously I would still, not financial advice, but try to have a goal of getting at least one, you know, or half a one or 0.1, and just put it aside, put it in your wallet, and that's it. You know what I mean? Have a goal, but you'll have more than most. Let's put it at that. All right. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty important. It's just, it makes sense. I do want to watch this right here. This is historic regulation just passed from Mr. Altcoin Daily. So he posted this a day ago. We read about this, elaborated on this a little bit during Mr. Mining Saturday Night Live. So if you guys didn't see that, actually we had a very good conversation on this, and I thought it was a great stream. So go check that out. I will leave a link in the description after this, but I'll also leave a link to Altcoin Daily's video. So let's hear what he has to say here about Mr. Governor DeSantis in Florida banning, or not banning, but he just, actually, yeah, he did. He bans the CBDCs in the state. So just interesting. Let's see what he has to say. If you guys have any questions, at me in the chat, and I'll be reading as we go. Real quick, actually, Nerdbeast said technically is less than 21 million, though, estimated to be around 15, 17. Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's just, I mean, we could do that too if you want, right? Let's see. Hold on. Let me do that quick, I guess. Get the calculator up. All right. So if we do, oh no, that's doing it wrong again. All right. So if I just did, let's just do 17 million, right? If we do 17 million divided by the 8 billion people in the world, so it would be 0.002125. So there you go. That would be, if you own at least that, you're in a top, or you're pretty much equal to what everybody could own on the planet. But I would suggest at least try to gauge for like 0.1 or 0.1 rather, if you can. All right, let's get into this. I want to hear what he has to say. Shout out to Altcoin Daily. Let's do it. If it will play.
A regulatory shakeup is happening in America and around the world. You need to understand how the crypto market is changing. There are altcoin projects making serious leaps and bounds. In today's video, I'm going to clue you in. Subscribe to the channel, daily crypto coverage, keeping you informed. If you're interested in making money in crypto, subscribe to the channel. We need to talk about Binance in Canada. We need to talk about Florida and CBDCs. We need to talk about Texas and digital assets. Binance calls it quits in CZ's home country.
Oh, did you guys hear about this? Calls it quits in Canada. Pretty neat.
Canada. Binance is leaving Canada and blaming the new rules. Binance has withdrawn itself from the Canadian market, the crypto exchange announced on Twitter May 12th. It called its withdrawal proactive as new guidance issued by Canadian regulators continues to take a toll on the country's crypto industry. Binance explained in a tweet, quote, "Unfortunately, new guidance related to stablecoins and investor limits provided to crypto exchanges makes the Canada market no longer tenable for Binance at this time. The new CSA rules, Canada's Standards Association, their new rules prohibit firms, quote, from permitting Canadian clients to enter into crypto contracts to buy and sell any crypto asset that it itself is a security and or a derivative, and defines stablecoins as a security." As you recall, OKX pulled out of Canada markets in March. It was followed in April by the decentralized exchange DYDX and blockchain fintech Paxos. Binance sent Canadian users an email. Within the email, they said this: "While we do not agree with the new guidance, we hope to continue to engage with Canadian regulators aimed at a thoughtful, comprehensive regulatory framework. CZ will continue to fight for crypto holders in Canada. Hopefully, Canada one day welcomes him back home with open arms." In the States, specifically the state of Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis, who's running for president, bans CBDCs within the state.
That's pretty neat. Like, having a governor that's that in tune, I guess, with crypto is kind of neat. But it says Big Brother's digital dollar, which is, yeah, that's kind of they just want control over it, man. I honestly, it's a shame, but I don't see any way around it. I feel like it's going to come whether they want it to or not. But that's just me.
CBDCs within the state. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill on Friday banning the use of a centralized digital dollar, otherwise known as a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, within the state.
But how is that possible? How can a governor make the decision for just like the feds? Like, how can you say no to them as a governor? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought there was like a ladder, and like, you know, as a governor, you're like in the middle of the ladder and there's still a bunch of people above you that can tell you what to do. So I don't understand how that works, but I don't know. I apologize for my ignorance on that, but I don't know. I don't get it.
DeSantis has been relentless in his attacks on CBDCs, saying last week that they were part of woke politics and he wants to combat them. He also referred to CBDCs as Big Brother's digital dollar. Listen to DeSantis speak on this bill he just passed banning.
Again, I'm not against this. I think this is awesome. I love the fact that he's standing up for it, but I just don't see how they would stop, or like he could stop the feds from doing that. Do you know what I mean? It just makes no sense. But I don't know. I guess there is state rights, right? That's what Chadwick's racing saying. It's just interesting to me.
Banning CBDCs.
Are you interested in giving these economic central planners more power over our economy, more power over your daily life and your economic activity? And I answer that question, HE double hockey sticks, no, we cannot have that happening. And so that's why we're here today. So last year, President Biden issued an executive order to explore the creation of a U.S. central bank digital currency, effectively converting the dollar into a centralized digital currency.
Let's be real. Biden didn't think of that on his own. He's like 1,000 years old. Somebody else put that in his ear and he just read a teleprompter.
And this is different than things like cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. A centralized digital currency is directly controlled and issued by the government to consumers. And it provides the government with a direct view of all consumer activities. And so today, I'm here to call on the legislature to pass legislation to expressly forbid the use of CBDC as money within Florida's Uniform Commercial Code.
Cape Cod Crypto said Biden has no clue what he even signed. That's so true. Ted actually made a good point. He said he's not into crypto. He just does not want anything to do with Biden as he runs for president. And state cannot control what the legal tender is. Only the feds can. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, because I just didn't understand how like this could actually stop it. Do you know what I mean?
This will ensure that Florida continues to be a state that supports innovation in the financial sector through the market, while protecting against government surveillance over your personal finances. But our legislation shouldn't stop there. Given the continued increase in Chinese influence in worldwide affairs and increase in plans to adopt CBDC worldwide, our legislation also prohibits any CBDC issued by a foreign reserve or government-sanctioned central bank. This will ensure that any effort to adopt a worldwide digital currency will never occur in the free state of Florida.
Texas, also pro-freedom, also pushing back against digital asset tyranny, the right to use digital assets to be added to Texas Bill of Rights, alongside gun rights, alongside the right to a quick and fair trial. Using digital assets will become the God-given right of Texans.
Oh, that's kind of neat. I didn't hear this. Did you guys hear this stuff with the Texas? That little quote he just read or article he just read? That's kind of neat.
The state of Texas has made a historic move by voting on an amendment that includes possession, retainment, and utilization of cryptocurrencies in its state Bill of Rights, signaling a major step towards digital asset adoption. The official bill states, quote, "The right of the people to own, hold, and use a mutually agreed upon medium of exchange, including cash, coin, bullion, digital currency, or private issued scrip when trading and contracting for goods and services shall not be infringed." If contested by the federal government, this could spark a nationwide precedent to add the use of digital assets to the United States Bill of Rights. Texas isn't stopping there. A Texas Bitcoin mining bill has passed. Energy companies can now mine Bitcoin to help lower their emissions by recycling the harmful flared and vented gas caused by oil wells. Bitcoin mining is shown to help reduce 62% of carbon impact.
Wow, look at that. 62% of carbon impact. Interesting. I thought it was just a huge waste of energy. That's kind of neat, though. I heard about this. I didn't hear about the last one.
Listen to the Texas Blockchain Council speak on this.
We are thrilled to announce that the Texas House and Senate have just passed our flare gas mitigation bill, House Bill 591. This bill will soon go to Governor Abbott's desk for signature. House Bill 591 is a bill that clarifies that oil and gas operators can sell formerly flared or vented gas for on-site consumption for mobile data centers. Oftentimes, these mobile data centers will be Bitcoin miners powered by natural gas generators. There's a 63% carbon impact reduction when gas is redirected in this way. It's a great example of industries coming together to create economic activity, jobs, and tax revenue, while at the same time mitigating carbon emissions. We want to recognize and thank Representative Giovanni Capriglione, the House author, Senator Cesar Blanco, the Senate author, Spencer Schumacher, the Executive Director of the Innovation and Technology Caucus of the Texas Legislature, and TBC members who spent countless hours researching and testifying on this bill. Members like Brent Whitehead, Griffin Habe, Brandon Martin, and many others. Thank you all for your efforts.
1 million addresses now officially own 1 Bitcoin or more. Last year's Bitcoin price plunge drove greater ownership of more than 1 Bitcoin, now reaching 1 million addresses. This is that chart, 1 million. Dan Ashmore, head of research at Investo Group, told Blockworks that holding a full Bitcoin is equal to roughly half of the median US salary. So while it's now easier than it was back in late 2021, it could eventually be out of reach for many once again if high prices return.
Now this, I didn't even know this was in his video today when I grabbed that article this morning, because I honestly think that this is a really big deal, that 1 Bitcoin or more is in over 1 million wallet addresses. It's just, think about how much Bitcoin is available for the rest of everybody. You know what I mean? If you have over 0.002 Bitcoin, you're in the high percentile of people that will ever own that much Bitcoin ever.
Now, according to Ashmore, the 1 million milestone highlights how deeply Bitcoin has established itself in the mainstream realm in recent years. I agree with this. Gala news. Do you like Gala? Do you hold Gala? Rosario Dawson to star in NFT-backed anime series from Gala.
Yeah, I don't know what this is about, but I just want to elaborate on that a little bit, right? The amount of Bitcoin that you can hold. So everything else in the space is owned by somebody or something, right? Bitcoin being anonymous, Satoshi Nakamoto, either a group of people or just one single person that's not identified. It's one of those things where they can't control it. Bitcoin cannot be controlled. And that's the best thing about Bitcoin, right? Everything else can be labeled as security by Gary Gensler or whoever the hell wants to sit there and just try to bash it. But Bitcoin at the end of the day is the only, at least in my opinion, the only tried and true that's not going to get stuck, right? I don't know. I think it's worth you guys trying to at least get over that amount that everybody in the world could physically own. And I mean, that's, the wallets that have more than 1 Bitcoin in it, it says one or more Bitcoin. So the more Bitcoin that other people hold, the less that are available for everybody else. So if somebody holds 100 Bitcoin, the chances of an extra 100 people are gone right there from owning that much Bitcoin. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's neat. Yeah, the U.S. government owns 515,000 Bitcoin, but that was all confiscated Bitcoin from Mt. Gox, right? Now, yes, they could sell it and flood the market with that much, but in the grand scheme of things, 8 billion people in the world, 205,000 is not much, at least in my opinion. I don't know. You guys can argue that in the chat if you'd like, but yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just confiscated money. It's not like anything too crazy. What's different? Milos. I would like to know what is different. It's the Silk Road stuff. Yeah, it was confiscated from Silk Road. It's not like they just bought into it. Oh, sorry, Silk Road and Mt. Gox. Yeah, it's both. As far as I know. Sorry, yeah, I misspoke. It was Silk Road stuff. Correct. Yeah, it was all confiscated. My bad. That's what I meant. Sorry, I get those all mixed up. It was all before my time, to be honest. Mt. Gox and Silk Road was before I actually really got into Bitcoin. But yeah, I know that they confiscated every ounce of Bitcoin they own. They don't invest into it, or they say they don't. So I guess only time will tell.
The pilot for Ghost of Ruin will be shopped to streamers after premiering exclusively to NFT holders. In addition to this news, last month, actors Danny Trejo and Mina Suvari jumped aboard Razor, another Web3 native series from Gala set to premiere exclusively on the startup's platform this summer. Gala team confirmed that Gala Films is working with both Mark Wahlberg and The Rock. Listen to Jason and Buck's Gala leadership talk about this.
We disclosed, gave you a little bit more about our partners for film, and yes, we are working with Mark Wahlberg's company and The Rock's company. That wasn't false information. That is in fact true. We're working with lots of other production companies too, who have got some incredible stuff coming up. So really excited.
Solana is opening up a 25,000 square foot office space in New York. Despite shuttering stores earlier this year, the company behind the 10th largest crypto is opening a co-working space. Located in Lower Manhattan, those working on Solana projects will be able to co-work in the space, and Solana-related events will also take place there. Uniswap leapfrogs Coinbase thanks to Pepe and other meme coins. Amid the craze generated by Pepe, which saw its market cap surpass $1 billion for a meme coin last week, decentralized exchange Uniswap overtook Coinbase in daily volume. It's worth noting that Uniswap as a protocol has 3 different versions across 6 different blockchains, including Ethereum, Arbitrum, Optimism. Meanwhile, Coinbase supports Ethereum and all EVM-compatible networks. This isn't the first time that Uniswap has beat Coinbase on volume. It happened several times in 2022, especially after the collapse of FTX in November, driving traders away from centralized exchanges. And in fact, this year has been quite positive for Uniswap, which saw 2 months in a row, February and March, of higher trading volumes than its centralized competitor. Coinbase sits at 2nd place for centralized cryptocurrency exchanges by volume. Binance is number 1 for centralized exchanges. Uniswap is the premier decentralized trading spot for users, quadrupling its closest competitor, PancakeSwap, over the past 7 days. Litecoin transactions have set a new record high. Litecoin transactions up 500% on LTC20 token hype, similarly to Bitcoin's BRC20 token hype, both implementing the Taproot soft fork the past couple years. Speculation on ordinals has moved beyond Bitcoin into Litecoin is the point. And Litecoin is rapidly approaching its halving in August, so Litecoin holders are excited about this. So much is happening in cryptocurrency. Subscribe to the channel.
Anyways, shout out to Altcoin Daily for that video. It's the Litecoin halving's good. It could be good and bad, right? I mean, depending on, I don't know. I think it'll be all right, to be honest, overall, but we'll see. I don't know. It's just gonna cut. It's gonna cut it in half. You know what I mean? It's the Bitcoin halving usually does good things, but it usually takes a couple months after the fact to get to that point. All right, let's see. Sadie, sometimes my oldest is going on a class field trip to the Mario movie today. Thought of you. It's a good movie. So that's actually a crazy class trip. Good for them. That's amazing. Geek of All Trades made a good point in the chat too. He said, but that's all tainted crypto. All the confiscated BTC, he said, not going to be worth anywhere near what the clean, virgin mined BTC will be. I agree. Makes sense. Let's see. Let's see. What else are you guys saying in the chat before we jump into this next one? I would say the CIA and other intelligence agencies use Bitcoin to pay for intel, so it's hard to trace back, says Ted. Yeah, but it's still traceable. I mean, if they're trying to get around that, or if somebody was trying to get around that, like XMR or like a privacy coin like that would be probably the best, way to go about it, at least in my opinion. But at the end of the day, Bitcoin can be traced back. Let's see. Has anyone ever forgot to put a memo on an Atom transaction and lost the coins? Dan Ruggs. I don't follow. I haven't, no, I guess. No, maybe. Overboard Tech, don't worry. I know, mouth to mouth, says Dan Ruggs. I think Dan Ruggs is trolling. I don't know what's happening. All right, let's see. So, watch these coins, crypto sectors for the next bull run. This is from Coin Bureau. Again, the wife loves his voice, so I have to play this guy in the morning. I'm going to speed him up to 1 and 1.25, I guess, times. And we will, if it's too fast, we'll slow it down. But let me know what you guys think about this. Shout out to Coin Bureau. I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description below. If you guys have any questions, add me in the chat.
Have you been looking for the next 100x altcoin? Well, this could be your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Although the crypto market has been pumping since the start of the year, almost all the price action has come from BTC, ETH, and a handful of meme coins. Meanwhile, most altcoins have been making lower lows. While it's likely that most of them won't survive until the next bull run, the ones that do will likely make new all-time highs, 100x moves or more for some of them. So today, I'm going to tell you about the different categories of cryptocurrency that need to be on your radar before the next bull market begins. This is a video you literally cannot afford to miss. I'll start by saying that nothing in this video is financial advice. It's purely educational content that's intended to help you with your own crypto research. Also note that I'll be giving examples of cryptocurrencies which fall into each category, and I'll let you know which ones I hold as we go along.
Wait. Was that TV that's always behind him in his videos, is that fake? Or did he just change it and get it out of there?
Now, the first category to watch is the so-called Solana killers. This includes cryptocurrencies like Near Protocol, Aptos, and Sui, which we recently covered, link in description. This category also includes Solana itself, assuming it doesn't get completely wrecked by all the selling from the FTX bankruptcy estate. In any case, the reason why you need to watch the Solana killers is because it's clear that Ethereum won't be killed. As such, there's likely going to be a lot of focus around the alternative layer ones that are competing more directly with Solana, given that it's apparently third after Ethereum in adoption terms. This is more significant than you think, because if Solana succeeds, or rather, if Solana manages to stay ahead of its competition, then Sol could become the third crypto project in the modern crypto portfolio after BTC and ETH.
I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I want to know if you guys own Solana.
The same is true for the Solana killers, assuming they succeed. There are a couple of caveats, however. The first is that if interest rates stay high, then there may not be enough speculative capital lying around in crypto to pump the Solana killers, or even Solana itself. The second caveat is that all these new layer 1s will face fierce competition from layer 2s on Ethereum. This ties into the second category to watch, and that's, of course, layer 2s on Ethereum. These include projects like Arbitrum, Optimism, and Metis, and also includes sidechains like Polygon. Note that more layer 2s could emerge in the coming months, and it's likely they will eventually issue tokens too. Regardless, the reason why you need to watch layer 2s on Ethereum is because, well, they're quickly becoming direct competitors to all the alternative layer 1s. For context, layer 2s are very fast and very cheap, and this has been the primary value proposition of all the so-called Ethereum killers. Not only do layer 2s provide similar speeds and transaction costs, but they also inherit the security of the Ethereum blockchain. It should come as no surprise then that layer 2 ecosystems have been growing despite the crypto bear market, and recently began processing more transactions than Ethereum itself. There are a couple of caveats though. The first is that the number of layer 2s on Ethereum is growing fast, and it's not entirely clear which ones will come out on top. The second caveat is that these layer 2s will compete for market cap amongst each other, meaning that they may not pump as much as you'd expect. There's also no...
Cape Cod, that's terrible. He said down almost 90% on Solana. They can go right to hell with FTX. I'm so sorry about that, but that was a funny comment. Man.
Shortage of EVM-compatible cryptocurrencies that have acted as de facto layer 2s for Ethereum. These include Harmony, Phantom, and arguably Avalanche. All these additional EVM chains will further dilute each other's market caps. In other words, the inflows will be split between all of them. This begs the question of which crypto category has less competition with similar potential. The answer is decentralized storage. This includes cryptocurrencies like Filecoin, Arweave, and Akash Network. It also includes some of the Solana killers since they've developed their own on-chain storage solutions. You'll have to DYOR on that one. Now, the reason why you need to watch decentralized storage cryptos is because all the on-chain data created by the dApps on Layer 1s and Layer 2s will need to be stored somewhere. From what I've seen, many Layer 1s and Layer 2s are storing on-chain data on centralized clouds, reducing decentralization. It's possible, if not likely, that most of these Layer 1s and Layer 2s will leverage decentralized storage cryptos in lieu of these centralized clouds to ensure their overall decentralization. Yes, decentralized storage is more expensive, but being sued by regulators because you're not decentralized is even more expensive. Now, the caveats are that Layer 1s and Layer 2s could develop their own decentralized storage solutions, like some of the Solana killers. There's also the fact that many of these decentralized storage cryptos are brand new and not nearly as battle-tested as other kinds of cryptocurrencies. Even so, it's clear that the demand for data storage in crypto is only going to increase, and the fact that Meta partnered with Arweave for NFT storage suggests there's demand from non-crypto entities as well. Pity that Meta ditched NFTs entirely though, but the point still stands. Pro tip, you can keep track of the demand for some of these decentralized storage cryptos using LivePeer's Web3 index. The fourth crypto category to watch is like the third in terms of competition versus potential, and that's decentralized ID. Now, this category includes cryptocurrencies like Civic, Kilt Protocol, and Kleros. It also includes Polygon, which happens to be developing its own decentralized ID. Again, these lists are not exhaustive, by the way. Now, the reason why you need to watch decentralized ID cryptos is because they are required to unlock the next generation of crypto use cases. These include centralized borrowing and lending, crypto payments, and novel governance structures that will, hopefully, replace all the corrupt politicians. And speaking of governments, decentralized ID could also become a regulatory requirement to interact with most decentralized applications. I must admit that this is a bit terrifying, but if the decentralized ID is truly decentralized, then the possibility of this devolving into a dystopian fever dream is very low. Some would say that any decentralized IDs that rely on government-issued IDs are still centralized, but, well, that's a topic for another time. Now, as with all the other crypto categories mentioned, there are a couple of caveats. The first is that governments could just as easily demand that everyone in crypto uses their government-issued digital IDs. If you watched our video about digital ID, you'll know that most countries will have them by 2025. The second caveat is that the demand for decentralized ID cryptos could be very low due to their similarity to crypto projects like Ethereum Name Service or ENS domains, which can serve similar functions. It's even possible that everyone will use the soulbound NFTs proposed by Vitalik Buterin. More about those in the description. Anyways, the fifth crypto category to
Call them Vitalik Buterin. Is that how you're supposed to say it? Everyone says it Buterin. That's weird.
watch is decentralized finance or DeFi. This includes borrowing and lending protocols like Aave, decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, and liquid staking protocols like...
Are you guys into DeFi? I'm going to put a poll in the chat because I'm interested to know how many of you guys actually have used it, because I have never personally used DeFi, but I mean, I understand what it is. It's just, I don't know. It's not something I've really ever dove into, so I'm going to put a poll in the chat right now.
Lido Finance. It also includes decentralized stablecoins like Abracadabra's Magic Internet Money or MIM. Yes, that is a real cryptocurrency. Now, the reason why you need to watch DeFi cryptos is because they are working to replace the institutions which offer services in the traditional financial system. As regulation continues to improve, DeFi protocols could easily rival megabanks like JP Morgan and even asset managers like BlackRock. We're talking potentially trillions of dollars here. More importantly, DeFi is the only thing in crypto besides Bitcoin and Ethereum that generates lots of fee revenue. The governance tokens of these DeFi protocols will likely capture some of this value in the future. Imagine how much potential a token belonging to a truly decentralized stablecoin could have.
Oh, I want to make a good point. Actually, Mike the Miner, I totally forgot to mention that. If you want me to mention it, please just tell me in the chat to mention it, and I will. I just don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do that to you.
But there are, of course, a couple of caveats. The first is that DeFi faces the largest regulatory risks. This is simply because it's actively trying to replace the megabanks and asset managers. The second caveat is that DeFi also faces the largest risk of hacks and exploits. This is simply because it's a honeypot unlike any other. Just ask the North Koreans. From where I'm standing, DeFi is a very high risk, very high reward crypto category. It's also one of the few with actual fundamentals in the way of fees. At the same time, it has lots of speculation. This means that DeFi is one of the only crypto categories that will do well regardless of interest rates, assuming there is another crypto bull market, of course. The sixth crypto category to watch relates to the fifth, and that's interoperability. This includes cryptocurrencies like Flux, Axelar, and oracles like Chainlink. It also includes app-specific chain ecosystems like Cosmos. Note that I hold Cosmos's Atom as part of my crypto portfolio. Now, the reason why you need to watch interoperability cryptos is because it's very unlikely that a single Layer 1 or Layer 2 can sustain a dApp at scale. It's also very unlikely that every dApp will stay on a single chain. This means that both users and developers will need easy ways to move assets between chains. Now, the reason why I include oracles in this category is because they essentially provide interoperability with the outside world. This is required for most crypto use cases, especially those that involve pricing data. On that note, I should remind you that there are many other oracles besides Chainlink. Again, DYOR. As you might have guessed, there are a couple of caveats. The first is that the demand for interoperability ultimately depends on crypto adoption. There may not be enough crypto adoption to create demand for interoperability during the next crypto bull market, but it certainly looks that way. The second caveat is that interoperability is likely to be a zero-sum game. As in all industries, there will eventually be one or maybe two interoperability standards in the crypto industry. It doesn't look like this standard will be established during the next crypto bull market, but it could, so choose very carefully. The seventh crypto category to watch is decentralized social media. This includes crypto projects like the Lens protocol, decentralized social, and video protocols like Theta. Note that most decentralized social media protocols will leverage the Solana killers, the Layer 2s, and the decentralized storage cryptos. Now, the reason why you need to watch decentralized social media cryptos is because governments around the world are explicitly trying to censor the internet. If you watched our video about all the upcoming online censorship laws, you'll know that many countries are introducing these very soon. As quality information becomes more difficult to find on centralized social media platforms, more and more people will switch to using decentralized alternatives. Even without widespread censorship, the hype, speculation, and financial incentives should be enough to drive serious adoption. There are just two caveats. The first is that the adoption of decentralized social media fundamentally depends on how easy it is to use. The crypto user experience has been improving, but it's nowhere close to perfect. The second caveat is that decentralized social media could face regulations similar to DeFi. That said, decentralized social media could be the killer use case that attracts the most people into crypto. Take a second to consider that massive communities have formed around all the different NFT collections that went mainstream. For now, they congregate on Twitter. In the future, it could be DeSo. The eighth crypto category is similar to the seventh, and that's blockchain gaming. This includes crypto projects like Axie Infinity, Gala Games, and metaverse worlds like Decentraland. Logically, most blockchain gaming cryptos will also leverage the Solana killers, the Layer 2s, and decentralized storage. Now, the reason why you need to watch blockchain gaming is because it's another one of the killer use cases that could take crypto mainstream. In contrast to DeSo, the incumbents are itching to adopt blockchain gaming to make extra money. Video game sales recently fell for the first time in years. Blockchain gaming also focuses on the only non-financial reason why people adopt crypto, and that's just for fun. For reference, the other two reasons why people adopt crypto are because of speculation or out of necessity. Obviously, speculation is cyclical, and there aren't many people that need crypto. Well, for now. As for the caveats, the first is that there don't seem to be any crypto blockchains that are currently capable of supporting millions of concurrent users.
Interesting. So Ethereum 100,000 ? Says TPS of blockchain platforms versus Visa and PayPal. Solana 65,000, Visa 65,000, Avalanche 45,000, Ripple 1,500, Polkadot 1,000, PayPal 193, Ethereum 20, and Bitcoin 10. Interesting. Oh, that's Ethereum 2.0. Interesting.
The second caveat is that the regulations around blockchain gaming are unclear and could again result in similar scrutiny to that of DeFi and DeSo. Still, if I were to bet how the next billion users are onboarded into crypto, blockchain gaming is where I'd put my chips. However, I'd personally stick to the Solana killers, Layer 2s, and other categories that will provide infrastructure for these blockchain games. The returns could possibly be lower, but that's how I roll. Portfolio deep in the red. Jokes aside, the 9th crypto category to watch is a bit of a wild card, and that's wallets. Now, these include multi-chain wallets like MetaMask, Phantom.
So I just put a poll in the chat, and I want to have a little bit of a conversation about MetaMask, and I think I'm going to save it for this afternoon. I'm going to have Mr. Max Voltage on with me. But yeah, something happened recently to somebody, and it's super unfortunate, but we'll talk about it in a minute.
And even Avalanche Core. It also includes interoperable multi-chain wallets like the Thor wallet, which leverages ThorChain for native cross-chain transactions. More about ThorChain in the description. Now, the reason why you need to pay attention to crypto wallets is because some of them are reportedly planning on issuing their own governance tokens. For example, Consensus CEO Joseph Lubin hinted back in November 2021 that MetaMask would eventually be issuing its own governance token. Using these wallets means you could have a chance of getting some free crypto. Depending on the economics of these wallet tokens, they could have comparable potential to DeFi protocols. Newsflash, everything in crypto requires a wallet. Crypto wallets could someday earn trillions in transaction fees. However, there are, of course, a couple of caveats. The first is that there's no guarantee that crypto wallets without tokens will issue tokens in the future. The second is that there are many crypto wallets out there, and some of them do have tokens. This could result in the market cap competition we see with EVM chains. The third caveat is that there could be consolidation among crypto wallets, much like the interoperability standards. This effect can be seen already with hardware wallets, where Ledger and Trezor reign supreme. Note that you can get a discount on hardware wallets using the link in the description.
Did any of you guys use a Trezor? I've never used a Trezor. I have a Ledger, and actually that Tangent wallet with the little credit card thing, the video I made the other day, was actually really it's really a good wallet. I thought it was a POS at first, to be honest, and then I tried it and I was like, oh wow, I actually do like this card.
So, the final crypto category to watch is another wild card, and that's privacy. This includes crypto projects like Oasis Network, Aztec Network, and Secret Network. It also includes proper privacy coins like Monero, but it goes without saying that privacy coins have seen the highest level of regulatory scrutiny. So, why are we bullish on crypto privacy? Well, the answer is easy. Institutional investors want financial privacy in cryptocurrency more than anyone else. This is certainly true of central banks, which will be allowed to accumulate crypto starting from January 2025. More about that using the link in the description. Now, it's guaranteed that these institutional investors will want the highest level of crypto privacy possible. However, that demand for crypto privacy won't come until the institutions are fully involved, and that won't happen until countries have finished passing reasonable crypto regulations. Now, the caveats with this category are predictable. The first is that crypto regulations will continue to crack down on privacy for the foreseeable future. This crackdown could continue during the crypto bull market. The second caveat is that most of the privacy solutions in cryptocurrency aren't all that good. The only exceptions are proper privacy coins, which means that they will be the primary targets for the foreseeable future. However, if they can survive the crackdown, a bullish future awaits them when better regulations come around. Never forget that Grayscale filed to create a Monero trust in January 2021. In sum, there will initially be very harsh anti-privacy crypto regulations. Once the institutions are involved, however, they will likely lobby for better regulations related to crypto privacy. It's possible that this will happen during or even before the next crypto bull run. As a privacy fan, I certainly hope so. And that is all.
That's going to do it. Awesome. Shout out to Coin Bureau. Thanks for the video. So, yeah, we're going to be getting out of here in just a minute, but I do want to kind of talk about real quick MetaMask. So, somebody in the community, if you guys just heard me say his name, it is what it is, but he ended up, MetaMask is weird, right? So I guess the way MetaMask works is you can like link different sites or whatever when it's a DeFi wallet basically, right? So there's too many scam sites. Like Patrick Murphy actually said it perfectly. I don't use MetaMask too much. I do have it, but let's see, where is Patrick Murphy's comment? Hold on, let me see it. Where did he say it? MetaMask is scary because there are scam sites that look exactly like the legit ones, and you would link your MetaMask to the enemy basically, and that's exactly what happened to somebody in the community, and they ended up losing quite a bit of money, and it's super unfortunate, but you got to be careful linking these wallets, man. MetaMask is so just not secure. It's unbelievable. It says some legit sites and services have the ability to control your MetaMask as well. You can give them trust without knowing it very easily and though, oh, and through other legit means. Yeah. So just giving somebody control of all your finances or all of your crypto, man, that's scary. That's scary. So I don't know. I mean, I have a poll in the chat. 60% of you say no. Let's see how many votes. 52 votes. So 40% say you guys use MetaMask. If I can suggest anything, try to get some of your funds out of there unless you're using it. You know what I mean? Like, don't just keep your money on this wallet. It's a browser based wallet. At the end of the day, it links to sites that can be malicious. Let me see if there's any info on here. Let me just check real quick. Want to see what if there's any facts on this that I can like read quick. You know, I'm gonna rip into this a little later with Max. Actually, it's a good idea. So Max is gonna join us this afternoon for the stream. Never stay signed in. Yeah, that's a good point too, Chadwicks. But realistically, if you link your MetaMask, if I'm not mistaken, they have access to it regardless. Would that be wrong? Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can find anything. This is just, oh, I don't want that. Let's see. What is MetaMask? How to use it? No, don't need that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rip through this and try to find something. Man, I don't know. It's super scary. See you later, Miss Pocket Change. She's leaving my kids up there, so I gotta get out of here in a second. But yeah, always disconnect the sites as soon as you're done. Just honestly, the biggest thing I could say is make sure you guys just don't leave all your funds in a wallet like that. At the end of the day, it's like a warm wallet. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a hot wallet because you get some sort of seed phrase, right? But it kind of is a hot wallet. You know what I mean? It's scary. It's scary to give permissions to a site that can potentially back end and just get into all of your stuff, right? So unless you're using this stuff for, like, I mean, obviously NFTs, they go through that wallet, right? That's what you need to use, MetaMask. Just be careful, man. If you guys are trading NFTs, buying NFTs, keep the money in there that you need and just send it back out. Even if you got to spend 10 bucks in gas fees, it's worth not losing all of your Ethereum or anything else, right? It's lukewarm. Call code. Pretty much. All right. Yes, Dan, our pocket change is like the British guy's off, so I'm out. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. They're watching a movie in the garage. It's so weird. Yeah, so I have in my kids' clubhouse, I put a TV in there with the Apple TV so they can watch their shows as they're playing. The airdrop tokens are the worst on MetaMask. Just the act of interacting with tokens that you didn't add could wipe your entire wallet. Wow, that slim pickings, that's interesting. Actually, you know what? Who brought that up? Serpent actually brought that up. He lost money doing this. What's up, Coffee and Crypto? Good to see you, buddy. Coffee, Crypto, and Construction, rather. Good to see you. Mike the Miner, have a good day. So we'll talk about this a little later today with Mr. Max Voltage. I'm going to try to see if he uses MetaMask, and if not, I'll try to search up some stuff also just to see like what you guys can do to be safe. But just for now, if you guys are into DeFi, into MetaMask, please get some of your stuff off of there. Only keep on there what you're willing to lose. That's what I would say. And, you know, hardware wallet the rest, or even put it on your phone, Trust Wallet. Just do something other than leaving it on MetaMask. I don't trust these browser-based wallets, man. They sketch me out. Obviously, because people have been hacked and all this other stuff. Let's see. All track Overboard Tech. He has a few 360 videos. Oh, interesting. Never mind. I'm not. That's a totally different conversation. Steven Cicero. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. All right. Do we have any last questions before we get out of here? Easy. Don't have E, says Chadwick. Well, unfortunately, man, Chadwick, all right. So when it comes to like Ethereum, man, Ethereum's not going anywhere. That's just my opinion. This is my opinion. I don't think it's going anywhere. Not that I agree with what they did, you know, but I mean, that was at the end of the day, proof of stake was their roadmap from day one. So you can't really get mad at them for doing it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Teach his own. MetaMask has an app also. Rondi uses it. Yeah. So so just because it has an app doesn't mean it's not connected to your browser wallet. That's the issue. You know what I mean? ETH come back ETH comes back to proof of work 2025. Heard it here first. I don't think that would happen. I don't think they're too proud. Vitalik's too proud to be like, you know, that guy bringing back proof of work. Can you imagine though, if it did? That'd be freaking epic. That would be epic. A lot of institutions own ETH. Yeah, 100%. Yep. It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, guys, I love you all. I got to get out of here, unfortunately, but hopefully you guys all have a great and bright Monday. I'll see you guys again later today around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2:15-ish or so. I'll be here with Max Voltage. We'll go over some stuff. Also, I don't know if Hawk is going live tonight. Mr. Ted said it in the chat. I think he's going to have Andy from Neoxa on, kind of talking about Harvey and what happened or what's going on with Neoxa, I guess. So we're going to see if that's true. I'll message Hawk in a little bit just to find out. The hash rate draw, I will draw this afternoon. So any of you members that didn't comment on yesterday's video, something positive, hashtag L7, I will pick a VIP member in the next few hours for the 9.2 gigahash hash rate from the L7. So if you guys want to mine to unmineable or wherever, just let me know and we'll go from there. But either way, guys, have a good day. I'll catch you guys real soon. Peace out. Not me. I didn't say that. Someone else did. Oh, sorry. Maybe it wasn't Ted. Could have been someone else. Who was it? Started with an E, didn't it? Hold on. I can't leave like that. I apologize. Ether XC. I knew it was an E. My bad. Yes. So Hawk might be going live tonight. We'll find out. Either way, have a good day, guys. I'll catch you soon. Peace out.